Hello students, in previous video we saw how curiosity of a man make him and help him to discover things, as we saw that curiosity in a small child, his interest collecting things, his interest in observing things, his interest to explore things, and his interest to find out the reality. These all qualities are very important for a human being to become a scientist. Or if you're not going to become, I don't think everyone will become a scientist, but without curiosity you can't just able to achieve your goal in your life. Curiosity is something which help you in achieving, gaining, or becoming one a good professional. Your interest is very important to do the things, to observe the things, or sometimes you need to just experiment something. So without curiosity there is no solution of your problem. It is important. That is a quality. If you love something, definitely the things will attract you. If you go for something without interest, you never get success. So only make your base in which you want to go, and think that your interest must be there. Without interest, nothing can be achieved. So here now let us discuss question answer. How did a book become a turning point to a Richard Abrahams' life? The book was about, as you know, this book his mother brought. She was knowing the interest of her son, so she bought this book, handed over to the bride, and this book was the turning point in the life of a bride. See that this book was about the monarch butterfly migration to Central America. It opened the new world of science to the eager young mind. Eager young mind, curious mind. Eager young mind, something which you love to do and wants to achieve something. So see that this book asked readers help the study butterfly migration. Ebrard started to tag the butterflies. Thus, in this book, at last page, some information was written by the scientist who wanted to study monarchical butterfly, name of the butterfly, migration from one area to another, and he requested readers to tag this butterfly, and those able to catch this one, they have to send the information to the scientist who was from Canada. So this way, this paved a path to create curiosity. This Bright started breeding these all and tagging them and leaving them, or just to fly from one area to another, but it didn't get too much success in this. Okay. Okay. How did his mother help him? His mother, you know very well, was very helping nature. She brought lot of things for him. She wanted to keep him busy, so she purchased all the instrument, whatever he needed at that time for his study. So helped a lot. She encouraged his interest in learning. She took him on trip, brought him telescope, microscope, camera, mountaining materials and other equipment, and helped in many other ways. So this way mother started helping this boy, and she wanted to see her son busy always. So she arranged all sorts of things which her son needed at that time. So question number 3 here. What lesson does Bright learn when he does not win anything at a science fair? So he realized that to win a science fair, only a display does not help. Display means he didn't have theory. He had only some materials, and he went there first time. So he did not have practical things, did not have model, did not have some experimented things which he could show to the people. Only he had written some materials and he wanted to show. It didn't produce any good result. On the other side, other scientists or students who got a lot of success and they won prize, but Ebright didn't get any prize in the fair. So he learned that only this showing theory is not a solution. He wanted at that time a lot of experiment and models and the things to display. What experimental and the project does he then undertake? Ebright tried to find the cause of the viral disease as he that kills the nearly monarch caterpillar every few years. That time he realized that this monarch caterpillars which were killed by the virus, and many this monarch died. He wanted to study the reason of their death. So he started this experimenting these things with keeping the beetle and other things along with the butterflies, but he didn't get any success. What are the qualities that go into making a scientist? To become a scientist, a child has first-rate mind. First-rate mind, fresh mind. First-rate mind means your curiosity and mind should be in such a way that you able to do experiment, study the things, concentration, curiosity, fresh mind setup. You need to become a scientist. Okay, he must have a will to win for the right reason. You must have will to fight for the right reason. Reason should be there. Science always requires reason, reasonable things which should be based on facts. Lot of things we are practicing. You do this thing, you do not do that thing. This type of things generally, but there is no reality. Suppose sometimes you are debated not to do this and that due to this and that reason, but reality is not there, causes are not there, even some definite reasons are not there. So this type of the thing science not going to support. Science only supports facts, reasonable things, or the experimented thing. So these all are the things which we have to curiosity, not only for the scientist, for your own development, for your own study, in which whatever the subject or you studying, that is very important for you to just concentrate, and curiosity is important as state just your mind which you need, and willpower. So these all are the qualities which you need to develop always, and if you have love in anything, definitely you will achieve. Okay, so this is the interest. You see some students not taking proper interest in study, only that reason you know clear, no curiosity, no love for the subject, no love for study, no interest is there, state of mind is not there, your mind is diverted, your interest is something else, you practicing something here. So how you can achieve? First you make yourself just in such a way that you love that thing. Love, if you will love, definitely the love will attract you towards. You see the same situation happening everywhere. If your interest is there, finally you will get your result. So how can you become the scientist or the economics historian? Does it simply involve reading many books, or the subject, does it involve observing, thinking, doing an experiment? Without observing, without thinking, without experiment, you can't be a good scientist, you can't be a good economist, or you can't be a good historian. Whatever you want to become, or to become a professional one or something, your interest, your mind setup, your just thinking should be in such a way. Study the science and the other subject does not merely involve reading many books or subject. It only encourages learning, not learning. Maybe see that it will do no good to the students or nation. What is important is the understanding of the concept. Learning should be done through the activities. A student connect his learning of the real life situation. Reading is important. Studying subject is important. But that is not only enough to become a good economist, to become a good scientist, to become a good mathematician, to become a good, I think, historian. You have to collect facts. You have to experiment the things. You have to go in detailed studies. You have to develop models. You have to develop some facts which data are important. So this way, if you will go deep in this subject, definitely you will be a good you see that scientist, or that historian, or the economist, or whatever you want to, but you have to go in depth of the subject. You see that learning should be done through the activities. Activities should be connected with the learning. Okay, and this stimulating students imagination, stimulate, increase your imagination. Imagination is very important. If we want to do something, that is very important. Okay, in the chapter we find research achieving success in science through projects and experiment is very important. Project and experiments along with your study. Theories are invented through experiments and observation. Only reading books is useless. Reading book is useless. No any just use of reading if you don't have experiment, if you don't have a detailed study, if you don't have the datas and etc etc. So student, this much enough for today. For the rest of the thing I will come again. Thank you very much.